So far we have seen combinators, pseudo classes. Now let's see pseudo elements. So what are pseudo elements? In the next video we'll see the difference between combinators and pseudo classes and pseudo elements. But for now just understand that pseudo element just takes effect on a particular piece of the element. So I'll start with the first example. I'll have a h1 tag. This is a heading. Then I'll have a div tag saying this is a div. And then let me have a paragraph tag saying this is a paragraph. So here the syntax is to selector. So the selector could be anything. It could be element selector, ID selector, or even a class selector. And then the pseudo element. Then obviously the properties. Now here I'm going to say paragraph first line. So this first line is one of the pseudo elements. Now what it says is in paragraph, the first line alone should take this effect. So I'm saying color should be red, which is a font color, and the font weight should be bold. Let me add some content to this. Okay, let's see how it's text. The reason we see this in red is, okay, just look at this style.css. So it says any paragraph, the first line should be, the color should be red and the font weight should be bold. Now this is the first line. First line as you see in the browser, not in your HTML content. Okay, and the first line is applicable only on block level elements. Since paragraph is a block level element, it is applicable on para. Now this can also be applied on class selector. So I'm going to say para1 could have it like this. It will take the same effect. So just remember that first line would only work on block elements. Then we'll have something called first letter. So the first letter pretty much takes only the first letter of it. So let's say same. It's the same. So shall we try and combine them both? Let me remove the class. First letter and first line. Let the first line be bold. Okay, I'm just going to apply the first line to be bold and the first letter to be in red. So both would be applied, right? So the first line is bold, the first letter is red. Both the properties are applied. And next comes the very interesting before and after. Now in before and after you could have, so I'm saying before the div tag, whatever is in the div tag, add this. I'll say prefix. So before every div tag, this content, whatever we are adding here, will just come in. So if you see, you're not able to select this at all. And you can also add some images. So let me see if the folder is right. Oh, so the mistake I did was I'm trying to locate the folder from this folder, like the absolute path from this. So which is basically images slash small.jpg, but I have to look it from the style.css. So all I have to do is dot slash where I come out of the style folder, and then I go inside images and then small.jpg. So there's no need of any codes. So before every div, this dog image appears. So that's before, and then there is after the div. This is a different image. Let me remove this for a moment. Next comes something called a marker. What is a marker? Let's see. So I have a list which says apple, orange, and mango. So this is how it looks. Now on the marker, I could say font weight bold, color is red. Okay. If you see the font weight didn't apply at all because you are just applying this on the marker on how the bullets and the list has to appear. See what happens here. If you see, the text size is all the same. Okay, it's so huge that you're not able to look at it. So it just went on the left side out of the viewport. So if you see, this is applicable only for the bullets and not the text itself. And we could also say like this, li marker, because it is being applied on the list. Now, if you have a few number of lists and you just want one list to have this marker style, you can mention the class property here or the class selector here. Then we have a selection which comes really handy. Okay, what it says is when you select a text, this is the property that has been applied. See? Okay, now if you want to apply this only on the heading tag, you just say heading, or the div tag, just say div, or if you want to mention a class, you can mention the class. So these are all really cool properties, right?